Hello out there, all you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear, listening into another Gamer's Thoughts discussion. And I've just had a few hours to really mess around with the xCloud streaming service while playing on Game Pass. It's currently in beta, but so far it's so good. I've already talked about it before, playing around with it on my phone, on a tablet, and on my computer. This time around, I got to play around with it on my Xbox One, and outside of some very minor hiccups that maybe took place like every hour or so, well, maybe a little bit more frequently than that, but it really wasn't consistent. Everything ran very smoothly. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was expecting there to be more and more hiccups, but it seems to perform better on the Xbox One than it does on a computer or a phone or tablet. And that's probably just because of the operating system for the Xbox One. It's a little bit more streamlined for what they want it for. So that may be the difference maker. But so far, I have not had very many problems with it. I mean, I've had every now and again some artifacting happening, and sometimes it'll stall just a half a second in the middle of me playing. But I haven't come across any major issues with it. Which, again, that surprised me, but then again, I probably shouldn't have been surprised because I messed around with it on my computer. But it works very well. I have no complaints outside of, again, the small issues that I have come across. I played the medium. I played Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition, the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas Definitive Edition, which I still prefer to just play the one I already had on my console from the 360, which I guess is the mobile port. I still prefer to play that over the Definitive Edition for a multitude of reasons, but playing it didn't have any problems. I also played One Step from Eden, which was a game that I suggest, if you have not played it and you have Game Pass, please play that game. Especially if you like Mega Man Battle Network, you will enjoy it. And I've had the developer of that game make comments on my videos and stuff before, so go play that game if you haven't yet. I also played Doom 64 at one point. That was actually several days ago, but that also ran extremely smooth. Everything so far I have played on xCloud while playing on the Xbox One has been a smooth experience. Like I said, there's been hiccups every now and again, but it has worked very well for the most part. So, if you do not own an Xbox Series or a Series X or whatever, playing on the Xbox One, and you want to play some of the newer games, if you have Game Pass, and you just feel like you want to play some of the newer games, and you know they're not going to be playable on the Xbox One directly, playing them through xCloud is not a horrible experience. But then again, my internet bandwidth may be different from other people's, so I'm not going to say that it's going to be a one-to-one experience for everybody. But with me, I noticed very little input lag. And if it did lag, it wasn't just the controller that did, everything did. And again, it was only for like half a second. And then it would catch itself back up, and I could resume play pretty much like nothing happened, outside of maybe I just made a mistake. Now, I do see where that can be I can see where that can be agitating for somebody, especially depending on the type of game you're playing and if it's a critical moment. But if you're not playing anything that requires you to do a whole lot of critical thinking, not critical thinking, but a whole lot of action-oriented stuff, or heavy action-oriented stuff, you should be fine. Or if the game isn't a very big game, you should be fine. It seems like Microsoft knows what they're doing with xCloud, and it plays very well so far. So, if you've had any hangups about playing anything on the service, and you do have Game Pass or Game Pass Ultimate like I have, I think it's worth at least a shot. It's worth seeing what it's like. Go ahead and play a bunch of different games. You got Xbox 360, Xbox Originals, and Xbox One and Series stuff on there to test a multitude of different things. I said just go for it and see what the experience is like for you. But that's it from me. Thank you everyone for listening in. Keep your eyes and ears out for more stuff from me. And until the next time, enjoy your games. Peace out, everybody.